Welcome to Admire, the Art of Business, hosted by Admire Itai Myra, also known as Ziva. In these episodes, we intend to showcase the immigrant communities, people who are doing fantastic work in their varying areas of expertise, whether that be healthcare, big corporates, philanthropy, entertainment, some community work, and other sectors. We have many unique individuals doing incredible work out there in their respective communities. However, we don't hear much about their achievements. Therefore, it is time to shed light on their success stories. We want to bring them to the table, speak to them about their career progression from where they started to where they are now, discuss the challenges they faced and the strategies they employed to overcome them in order to showcase the great work of immigrants in Australia and beyond. Our goal is to inspire the youngsters and people who have personal goals, who may think that they don't possess what it takes to achieve those goals. However, after seeing someone else achieve, strive, and overcome on their way to success, they will believe it's possible for them. You can do it. All that you need is to focus, the attention, a little inspiration, and hard work goes a long way.
Viewers, welcome back. Admire Itai, your host at Admire the Art of Business. Today we've got a lovely guest here, Sanders Muleya. The man within 10 years managed to get 15 properties. I'll say that again, 15 properties in Australia. They're not cheap, by the way. Sanders is an amazing man. Just, during the break time, I asked him, how did you even do that? How did you even do that within a space of 3 years and look at investment? Huh?
So I think I was really passionate about investing. So I wanted to buy my first investment, but I didn't have any knowledge about it. So I was only getting information from friends that I knew by then, but the information they were telling me is not something that they had done themselves. So with that little knowledge, I went into a suburb that I didn't know, but I bought my first investment. And I didn't know I was making mistakes. The only time I realized I was making a mistake is when I was attempting to buy property number 3. A year later, that's when I realized that the property that I had bought was $100,000 above market value.
Wow.
And then it was heavily negatively geared. And the bank said, we cannot lend you any more money because the two properties are connected together. They are cross-collateralized, so we need to value them together. And I said, what? And then they said, you have run out of money. But to solve that solution, you need to find another job.
Oh.
So then I said, well, this is a very big mistake. And then I sat down and said, what then can I do? So this is when I stopped and started educating myself.
Okay. Before we get there to education part of it, you bought this property, which you realize that it's overvalued for 100,000, right? Are there any tips that you want to maybe help the viewers when they look at suburbs or just a little bit in there?
It's a very tricky one. Unless you are really you've got knowledge about investments, it's very hard to know, because unless you know the language of the real estate agents, they will always try and put you on the corner. And then so to mitigate that, probably number one, you have to use professionals that are that they know what they're actually doing. That way you can mitigate those costly mistakes, because it's not only about price. It could be buying in the wrong area. It could be maybe buying a property that won't even grow in value. So but if you use professionals, they will tell you what to avoid and what you are actually supposed to purchase.
Okay.
And most importantly, maybe educating yourself a bit before you even do something.
Yeah. Of course, we're going to get there a bit later on, but I know this is where Msisa property is its cornerstone in terms of advising and helping people that want to get in property. Is that right?
Yes, because I looked down there and said there are surely people who actually people that want to invest, but I don't want them to go through what I went. I don't want them to make the same mistakes. So that's why I actually formed my business, is to help other investors, either that are busy through work, they don't have time. They may have the expertise, but they don't have time to actually invest and actually research. And then I thought, if I do it that way, it will be easier.
Okay.
And then also, if I write a book about my experience and how they can avoid all these pitfalls.
Okay. I would love to dwell more in terms of your business and also the book as well. But I will take you back a little bit. You spoke about this thing in terms of cross collateral. What does that mean? Do you want to break it down for us, please?
So what cross collateralization, all it means is you are using one investment to buy another one. So pretty much these two properties are actually linked together. So the loan for the second property is secured from the first home, and then to the banks, they are looking at it as one individual property. So if something goes wrong on the other one, let's say you want to sell it, they have to value the other one as well, because they are actually together. So that's a very costly mistake that you shouldn't do as an investor.
So it's not advisable to do that?
No, because that means the bank will take control of you, and then you can't move.
But I thought it's easier for you to use the equity from this property to get to the next one, isn't it?
You can use equity, but however, you make sure you don't cross collateralize.
Okay, that's a big point in there.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is first investment property that we had, which was overvalued for 100,000, right? And the bank, the financial advisor advised you, what, you need to look for another job. Did that help?
To me, that wasn't a solution, because I thought it was a temporal solution. So that's why I stopped to invest. And then I thought I should get knowledgeable about this area. And then once I get the knowledge, I had the answers then to come back and see how I could solve those issues. And then it's pretty much start again.
Wow. So how long did it take you to self-educate in there?
So it took me 3 years to get education. So when I mean education, it was both formal, theoretical, and practical. So I was traveling a lot. I visited different states, talking to people who actually have achieved it and they've actually done it. So, and then reading books, attending seminars, and then once I was ready, then I got rid of the property that was cross-collateralized, and we lost $30,000 from the sale.
Wow. So you're telling me that you would travel from state to state intentionally just to link up with people with the knowledge?
Yes.
That's how serious you were?
That's how serious I was. So I remember one day I was nearly fired at work because
Let's talk about that, yeah.
Because I could see my future. I could see where I was actually going. So I knew one day I would actually leave nursing, because I just wanted something that I could hold on. I needed something that could change my life.
Okay. Now you're selling the first investment property, you're losing $30,000 in there. Was that very hurtful for you to lose $30,000?
It was very painful, but on the same note, it was a relief, because I knew I could get out there and then do what I wanted to do.
Is this when the journey started?
Yes.
Oh, wow. This is like we're going property number 1. We keep going up until 15.
Yeah, because sometimes you take 2 or 3 steps backwards, but then you take 15 steps ahead. So this is what I was actually aiming for. So then once that property was actually sold, and then sat down and said, what should I do? So there are so many investment strategies out there. I had to choose one so that I could invest.
Okay. Interesting. So you're saying there are a couple of investment strategies out there in terms of just property or just in general?
There's so many property investment strategies that you can use. So I can mention a few. There could be renovations, could be developments, it could be house and land packages, it could be off the plan, could be land subdivisions. So those are all different, investment strategies. But you can't be a jack of all trades. You need to choose one, and then you learn from that and then perfect it.
So which one did you choose yourself?
So I chose property development.
Oh, okay. When you say property development, what do you mean? Just to nut it down for everybody
So
else.
property development comes in different shapes and sizes. It could be buying a piece of land and then building 2 houses, or even building one. But I was aggressive in that, I was either building duplexes, so meaning I buy land and build 2 houses.
Oh.
And then the strategy there is to sell one and then leave one. So the one that I leave, so I pull out all the money that I've poured into the project. And then I've got a brand new property with a new tenant. And then the rent that comes there is positive cash flow. So it's like I don't need to think about it. So I leave that investment and then I do it again. So I don't lose money. I constantly get more money.
Okay. So when you say a property is positively geared, you've mentioned that, and you also say it's negatively geared. Would you want to break down for us, please?
So I'll simplify it this way. The Australian government encourages everyone to invest, and they are promoting negative gearing. Negative gearing is when you buy a property to lose money. So what I mean by that is if you buy a property for $500,000 and it's rented for $400 a week, you have got that $100 gap. So who then pays for that? So in as much as the tenant is paying the other chunk, then you still need to get money from your own pocket to actually fund it. So this is where I see people saying that investment is they are no good. It's actually frustrating, because then that's where you need to maybe get a second job, because the white envelopes will keep coming. No matter if you go and claim at the end of the year to get your money back, if you spend $1,000, the AT or the Australian Taxation Office will only give you 300, and then you have lost 700. So to me, that is not an investment. So vice versa, positive gearing is when you buy a property for 500,000, the rent is 550 a week or 600. So that way, once you buy it, you then forget, the tenant goes in and they are paying pretty much everything, and there's cash left, there's more money left that you can actually spend anywhere you like, or you can continue investing. So that is the difference.
Okay. But let me say the negative gearing, say for example, like what you said, maybe $1,000 you're paying there, then AT only gives you like, maybe 30% of that. What about positive gearing? If you get more, doesn't you get penalized with ATO at the end of the year?
So this is the bad notion that we have. If you are avoiding tax, it shows that you are broke.
I love that.
If you pay tax, it's a sign that you are actually better off, and you're actually helping the economy. That's how we drive on nice roads. That's why we have nice hospitals. So if you are dodging tax and you are scared of tax, that means you are not making any money. So for me, vice versa, I would rather get the 700 in my pocket and give the 80 or $300.
So the other way around.
It's the other way around.
Okay.
So I'm actually in a very better position.
Okay. That's an interesting, strategy when you got in there. So you went into development, you're looking at, okay, one property, get to the next one, or you building like duplexes all the time, or you went?
So I really mix it up. It could be a duplex, it could be 3 townhouses, it could be 4 townhouses, it could be 6. It could be maybe an existing house that I renovate and build 3 at the back. But always my strategy is keep, and keep. So whatever I build, I always keep 1 or 2. The reason for that is, again, positive cash flow, capital growth. That's the one that will actually help me retire.
What about in terms of affordability with the bank? Because you're saying you're keeping one, still a debt with the bank, you go to the next one, go to the next one, you get into 5 properties, you got a primary home in there. How does the bank feel in terms of you keep on borrowing?
That's a very nice question that is hard to quantify. But remember, all these properties are positively geared. So meaning that when the bank look at me and they actually assess me, the extra income that is coming from those properties is also catered as my income. So if my income is $100,000 a year, and I've got another 50,000 coming from those properties, so now I've got an income of 150,000. So that's why the banks keep on lending money.
Wow. So viewers, you see that now was Sanders has got the experience, lived in, he's done that, he's done the mistakes. This is when he started, you know what, I'm doing my business. Do you want to talk to me about your business?
So my business has really been created to help other professionals or other people that want to invest. We do a lot of education and seminars, but primarily we help people that have got equity in their own homes, people that have got super tied up, and we make them create a self-managed super fund so that you can manage that money yourself instead of trusting someone else to manage the money. So then we help these clients do research. We research and we purchase throughout the entire country.
Oh.
So we are not limited where we buy. Our clients can afford anywhere from 300,000 to whatever amount of money they have. So we mitigate risk to make sure that you get the correct investment that you actually want to purchase. So for now, we are purchasing investments in New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, Tasmania, and Western Australia. So those are the areas that we are actually accredited to invest. And Australia is like a continent, but it is a country. It only takes 1.5 hours on a flight to get somewhere. It's only WA where you take 5 hours, but who cares? It's actually the same country. So yeah, we are helping a lot of people, especially those that have got self-managed super funds to actually invest.
But then what then happens? Say you say in Western Australia, we go to Perth. Can someone really buy a house in Perth when they're living in Sydney? You're doing that?
So that's why all my investments are scattered everywhere. So why would you buy where you live? For instance, you live in Sydney where the median house price is $1 million. So if you can't afford that, would you stop investing because of that? So that's why you need to look at other areas. An investment is an investment. You won't live there. If the economics and the numbers work, you just have to invest anyway. But we have got this mentality that I have to drive around, see my investment,
It's a good thing.
actually touch it. As an investor, for me, it's about where is my money going to work for me harder. And then I actually put the money there.
That's a very interesting concept. So you go around, look for properties, get the numbers on the table for the client to make decisions.
Yes. So we really sit down and look at their situation. And then we say, look, what are your goals? What do you want to achieve? What are the time frames? And then we sit down and actually plan and say, okay, if this is your situation, you are a unique person, this is how we have to do it. And then we plan together and then execute that.
So this is the cornerstone of Msisa property.
Yes. Wow. So it's not only that. So some people realize that developments also, you make a lot of money. So we also assist clients get sites and then they get to build what they need to build if they've got the expertise, or we actually help them go through everything until sales, or if they want to rent, we help them all the way to the end.
When you say help them from day dot to the end, are you saying buying the land, building, supervising everything else up until the project is done?
Yes. So we pretty much do the numbers first,
Yeah.
to make sure that it is a viable project, and then they get to buy it, and then we help them through the development approval process. We choose, builders or any other professional that is needed in that transaction, all the way to construction, sales, and then depending on what they want to do at the end. Yeah, correct.
So the person, the owner of the property, doesn't necessarily have to be there?
No, they do not need to be there. We obviously hold regular meetings here and there. If they want to inspect, they can go there, inspect, but they are not there to make decisions on what needs to be done.
But you are the expert.
Yes, all they need is cash in their pocket at the end.
I don't mind cash in the pocket, by the way. Oh, Oh, wow. That's so good. Is there anything else that you do in terms of Msisa property?
So apart from that, the education part, which I actually mentioned, we do a lot of Zoom seminars. Because of COVID-19, we used to do face-to-face presentations, but now we do a lot of Zoom seminars. On average, we do at least a seminar every 2 months, just to educate people around the market and what is actually going on. Yeah.
Okay. So if anyone that is listening right now, they want to join the seminars, where do they go to see all those details?
So most of our clients are subscribed to our Facebook page, or we always post these seminars everywhere, on social media. So we give a grace of at least 1 month, so to prepare people so that they can adjust if ever they are at work, so they can be able to attend. And even if you lose those seminars, we also send some podcasts later to those that would have lost out.
So what are your social handles like when you go the Facebook, Instagram? Is it Msisa Property? Does it come in a different name?
No, everything. Either we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on LinkedIn. So we are also on YouTube. So it's all, once you go to the website, there you simply get to the icons and click which social media you want to use. Yeah, but most of our clients are either on Facebook or LinkedIn.
Okay. We're going to ask as well, probably our production team to put the website, scrolling down there so that at least people can actually see straight away. Oh, beautiful. So that's Msisa Property. That's what it does.
Yes.
And how long have you been doing that?
So I've been doing that since 2019.
2019.
When I left my nursing.
Wow.
So I actually was planning through that for 5 years to just see how I could transition from nursing into property investments.
So when you left nursing, did you manage to replace your income just from nursing going into property?
So I replaced my income before I left my nursing. Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow. That was so strategic, isn't it? And I'm sure you even support some of your friends that you used to work with in the nursing sector.
Yes, so there are people that are actually seeing. The majority, 75% of our clients are in the medical field. Obviously, they know what I've done, they know what I've gone through, they know it is doable. So so most of the subscribers are actually in the medical field.
But that's strange, like coming from the medical profession, now getting into property. I mean, you should go on the field, just by yourself.
Where there's a way, there's a will. When you need something, it depends how badly you need it. Sometimes it is in our mind that we can't afford, you can't do this is very hard. But once you constantly tell your brain this is what you want, things somehow just happen.
Yeah, it did. Now look at it now. Under space of 10 years, you've got 15 properties, and you keep counting, right?
Yeah, so as of December last year, I am at property number 18.
Wow.
And my target is property number 20. Probably by this year, I might reach that target.
20 properties. That's amazing. That's so good. All right, beautiful. All right, so Msisa Properties. Then you wrote a book. When did you write a book?
So again, the book was actually born and written out of the same situation I was talking about, where I knew people wanted information. But I read a lot of books. Most of the books are full of jargon and they're hard to understand. So I thought if I could write a book, simplify it, maybe tell my story about how I came into Australia, how I struggled, how I made it, then it will inspire many. And then at the same time, if I can give them tips on this, on how mistakes that they can avoid, how they can invest, all those things, I thought if I put it in a book, it will help a lot of people. So that's how I came to write the 10X property system.
Wow. So were you just like sleeping, then you know what, I'm going to write a book tomorrow? Is that how it happened?
No, writing a book is something that you think over time.
Yeah.
But it took me 1 year to actually write the book.
Wow. The whole year?
Yes.
that's a bit of investment in there. So in the book, we might bring it a little bit closer to us. Hold a copy, please. So in the book that we've got right now, the 10X property system. So it explains and gives you step by step how to own 10 properties in 10 years. Is that right?
Yes, so there are strategies there that you can use on how you can be able to own 10 properties in 10 years. You just have to choose one single strategy and then perfect it, and then that's how you can be able to buy 10 properties in 10 years. Even if it is not 10 years, even if you do it in 15 years, that's okay. But for me, I had to come with a time frame, because if there are no time frame, things are never done.
Yeah. But seriously, Sanders, people are buying 10 properties within 10 years.
So we have got clients that buy, so far we've got a client that has bought 5 properties in 1 year.
In 1 year?
Yes.
Oh, God. 5 properties in 1 year?
Correct.
That's aggressive.
It's a matter of having a plan and knowing how to do it. Okay, because sometimes you have these dreams, but you don't know how to actually do it. But if you've got someone who has already done it and who can actually, teach you and show you how to do it, it's actually shorter and actually faster to do it.
Wow. So 1 year, 5 properties.
Yes.
And this is through your help.
Yes, exactly.
Professional
So
help.
then we look at, that's why I was talking of these different strategies, either self-managed super fund, using equity, or developments. You mix it up with this and that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then some clients are buying like maybe a duplex. So already you've got 2.
It's 2 already.
If you repeat, you've got 4.
4. You talk nicely and softly as if it's an easy thing, eh? But definitely, because you're an expert in there. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, people need to buy this book. If they want this book, where can they get it?
So to get this book, it's either you write to us. You can actually get it as an ebook. You can download it as an ebook, or you can get it from Amazon. So it is actually there.
Okay.
Or we can post you a hard copy if you want.
Okay. The other thing is, well, say people want to, they're quite excited with this whole thing. They want to say, you know what, Sanders, we need your help. How would you want to direct people? How can they get in touch with you?
So to actually get in touch with us is either through our website, which is www.msisaproperty.com.au, or you can write to us using info@msisaproperty.com.au, or you can call me directly on 04315 77620. Anytime you go on the social media looking for Msisa Property and Consulting, you will be able to actually reach us. Yeah. And then we can schedule a free 45-minute consultation. You don't pay anything. We look at your situation and see if it is doable. If it is not doable, then we advise you strategies that you can put in place to be able to actually invest.
Beautiful. That sounds good. That sounds very good. And you've been going around and been, picking up some awards, man. What's happening in there?
Yeah, I've actually won a lot of awards because of what I've actually done.
Yeah.
It's not amazing anymore for me, because when I started, I thought it wasn't possible, but now obviously people see the results of what we have actually done. But the greatest award that I won was in 2019.
Okay.
Where I became the second best finalist for the whole of Australia as the best investor of the year.
Wow.
So I had to tell my story about how I came into Australia, how I went on to invest, what I've achieved, and most importantly, how I am changing lives back home in Zimbabwe by helping other people that are underprivileged, especially kids that are at school, because I remember my own situation of walking 15 kilometers to school and 15 kilometers back home on barefoot.
Wow.
So because of that story, I actually came second as a finalist.
Wow.
And I remember presenting to 600 people that they are investors throughout Australia, and the award came with $35,000, and then I was given a 12 months free scholarship education on property investing, and then I had a 1 week business class flight to Hawaii.
Wow.
So that's when I was so inspired and thought, well, this is amazing.
Wow. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Like the whole of Australia. This is so good.
Yes, and like being a Black African there, and with all the other guys there coming second, it was amazing.
It was amazing, yeah, yeah. So how many awards have you got so far? Do you still remember? Are you still counting?
I don't think there's any need to count now. It's
Like that.
it's actually becoming natural now. Yeah, and I think because I travel a lot as well, I do a lot of education. Some companies, what they've actually realized, and I'm always invited to go and teach or speak or change people's lives. So that's how I'm getting these different awards.
So if there's a company that is out there that really want to invite you to present or to have a chat in terms of property, are you welcome to do that?
Yes, I do that all the time.
You do that all the time?
Yes.
That's beautiful. And in terms of giving back to the community, you mentioned something like when you're giving back to the community where you grew up. Do you want to talk to me more about that?
So again, for the book itself, with the proceeds that we get from the sale of that book, the book is $30 per copy. So whatever we collect from that money, we channel it back to Zimbabwe, obviously helping schools within my local area where I actually grew up. So last year we donated, it was 45 chairs and 45 tables to a primary school where kids were actually sitting on the floor. And next month I'm actually traveling to Zimbabwe to visit some of those schools to see what other needs they actually have. And to date we have raised about 8,500 on the sale of books alone.
Wow.
So that money will also be channeled back home.
Wow. That's so good. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Keep doing that. That's so good. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. So, do you when you're giving back to the community, do you just go to the areas where the schools that you grew up in?
Yeah, for now, because we are still a small organization. For
Yep.
now, I thought I should start home first and see if we can then spread to the surrounding areas.
Okay.
Because there's no point helping other areas when you know very well that where you live you are actually suffering.
But why did you look at like desk chairs and stuff like that? Why did you choose that?
Because I looked at the Zimbabwean situation, I thought those items are durable, and like if you buy uniforms or books, they are given to individuals and they just get torn or something like that. But if you donate chairs, they're there for a long time, and then they will help nearly everyone, not just individuals.
Beautiful. Whilst we're rounding up our interview right now, is there any special, maybe small 1, 2, 3 nuggets that you would like to share with the viewers?
I think when people listen to this story, they think it's not real. And the advice I give to people is always you just have to try. You just have to do something. And preparing for retirement should start the day you get a job. You shouldn't wait until you are in your 50s or your 40s, because these things don't happen so quickly. So if you have more time, you are likely to actually succeed. Procrastination is a very dangerous disease, which so many people have. You can only try. It's better to try, at least you fail, than not actually trying at all. So, use trusted professionals if you want to really prosper quickly. That way you mitigate a lot of mistakes, because investing is like walking into a jungle where you don't know whether you're going to step on a snake or anything like that. But someone who has walked that jungle, they know where the danger points are.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best advice I can give.
Oh, beautiful. Sanders, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you. your expert as well, your professionalism. It's so great having a chat with you. Viewers, thank you very much for joining us. And for more of these conversations, please join us on our YouTube channel, Admire the Art of Business, and Instagram, Facebook as well, or admire_ the Art of Business. Subscribe to that because there's more of these conversations coming up. You will love them. Thank you very much.
Thank you.